Stop what you're doing and answer this question. Why have you not written your book yet? And I'm not being funny or sarcastic or anything. I want you to think about that. Why haven't you written your book? You've been saying it for weeks, months, maybe even years. You've been saying, I've got this book idea. I really want to write this book. I want to be a writer, but you haven't done it. You haven't put words to the page, or at least you haven't finished the draft. So what's going on? We're in the beginning days of January here, and everyone's talking about their New Year's resolutions. Everybody's saying what they're gonna do different, what they're gonna do better, what they're gonna do more. But did you say the same thing last year? Did you say, I'm gonna write my book, and boom, 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 12 months go by and you didn't? If so, I want this video to be the moment that changes everything for you because you can't keep doing that. You don't have forever. You don't have all the time in the world. Man, you just lost a full year. Will you get another year? Will you get another 2, 10, 15? I don't know how long. You don't know how long. So you need to commit. It is not, you can't just sit around forever, okay? That's what I'm trying to say is you have to commit. If this matters to you, if this is important to you to write your book, then listen to this video. Please lock in because I want to help you. I want to help you get that written. I want this to be the year that you finally do it. And I'm just a guy with a perspective. Don't think of me as some expert. I'm not coming here on, a high hill saying I have all the answers. I just want to bring motivation and inspiration to other writers. So let me do that for you, and I hope this helps. My first piece of advice that I want to give, from my perspective, is why most writers fail. And this comes from my clinical mental health background. I'm a counselor, and I know the power of mindset. I know the power of our beliefs over our actions. There's such an influence there. And I think that one of the greatest points of failure for people is the mindset. When writers are so afraid of failure, they hold themselves back. When you're so afraid that you're not good enough, you hold yourself back. So the first point that I want to make, that I want you to take away is that when you're writing this here, when you're getting your book finished, when you're getting this first draft out there, I need you to turn off the judgment. I need you to let go of this idea that you have to be perfect. A finished draft is always going to beat an unfinished draft, a book that doesn't exist. Fix it later, man. Write it messy. All right? That's the first thing. Don't be so afraid of failure. Don't be so caught up in I'm not good enough. Just get the words down. All right? And now when we're getting the words down, it's between these two things. The deciding factor, if you're going to get those words down on the page or if you're not, is commitment or excuses. Where do you fall? Because it's very easy to come up with excuses. Trust me, when I'm going on a diet plan or a workout program, very easy to come up with, oh, I can't work out today. I got this or that going on. I can't write my book right now. I'm in school right now. There's a couple things. There's always a reason. There's always an excuse. There's never time. The truth of the matter is, if something is important enough to you, you will make the time. All right? So it's up to you. It's your choice. Are you going to choose to make 12 months worth of excuses or 12 months of commitment? Those two paths lead to different destinations. You got to ask yourself, where do you want to end up when we get to December this year, when the ball's dropping? Do you want to be talking about your finished manuscript, your published book, maybe? I don't know. So let's talk about making the plan to get that done. Now that we talked about some of those mental blocks, some of those things that I think matter as kind of a prologue to getting into the writing. Let's break the plan down. So first is, again, kind of along the lines of a mental thing, is do not think of it as just one, I got to write my book. This is one all-encompassing kind of task, because that's kind of terrifying. It's kind of overwhelming to think I got to write a whole book. It's the same way you approach cleaning your house, right? If you look at it, you're just, I got to clean the whole house. Ugh. You break it down room at a time. Let me just start by gathering the trash in this room alone. Boom, boom. You break it down. I got to write a scene a day. I got to write a chapter a day. I got to write 500 words a day. Whatever process goal you come up with, break it down into that. These are bite-sized things that you can handle. And this is winning a fight one step at a time, one punch at a time, one round at a time, like Rocky says in Creed. And that's how you get it done without overloading yourself mentally with, oh, I have to finish this book. Okay. So break it down. And now once you have this process goal, you make this commitment to yourself. Don't break that promise to yourself because, hey, another point on psychology and the counseling side of things, the more you break a promise to yourself, the less trust you're going to have in yourself, the less confidence you're going to have in yourself, the worse of a relationship you're going to have with yourself. So it's really going to be detrimental to your mental health and your personal relationship to the man in the mirror if you tell yourself, I'm going to do this daily. You make this non-negotiable and you break that. It's really going to be detrimental. So make this and stick to it. And boom, the opposite happens. You skyrocket in confidence. You are feeling better about yourself. Things are on the up and up. Plus, you'll be getting your book written. So make that weekly goal and make it non-negotiable. This is how I like to think about it, and this is what I want to propose to you to do in 2025 is make 1 hour out of the day, just 1 hour, an hour for your book. Okay? Whether it's evening, morning, nighttime, I don't care. Commit 1 hour to your book and just write. No excuses, no distractions. You with the words on the page. All right, that is so powerful. I promise you, if you give an hour to your book a day, you will be astonished with what you could accomplish. All right. Now, accountability is everything. So I need you to share your progress. I need you to get into a writing community or just get a buddy of yours that you can talk to. Somebody that you can tell, hey, I'm finishing this book by X date. I'm actually making it happen. And they can keep up with you. You can check in with them and be like, yeah, I've been writing. It's been good. You don't have to talk about the details of your book or get into the nitty gritty. Just simply have an accountability partner of some kind. I think that's important. I think it's valuable to speak these things out there, to have the courage to say, I'm going to write this, publicly putting it out there, saying, hey, I'm going to get this done. And yeah, there is wisdom in not doing this one. So if you want to argue that, fine, but track your own wins. All right. Keep yourself accountable, whether that's on a paper, you're checking it off a checklist every day. You have to keep yourself accountable. You got to look yourself in the mirror and say, am I doing what I said I was going to do? All right. Now, as we wrap this video up, I want to talk to you about why it is now or never, why this is important, why you have to take this seriously. Is you have one shot at life, right? A lot of people live their lives like they've got two chances. Like they're going to do one round, die, come back and be like, all right, let's do it better this time. That'd be nice, but we have one single shot. And the more we push things off, the further we push things out, the more we sacrifice our potential, the more we sacrifice who we could be. The more we fall into complacency, the more we just box ourselves into these lives that we don't really want. Man, you want to write this book. So when you're tempted to skip a writing session, I want you to think about this. Man, I'm willingly giving up the life that I want just for a little more comfort. I am willingly giving up this dream of mine for what? Man, take it seriously. So the call to action I have for you is to write down a deadline right now. Pick the day. Pick the day here and now. When are you going to finish this book? Write it down and then place it everywhere, man. Place it by your coffee maker. Place it where you brush your teeth. Place it in your bedroom. I want you to see that deadline and I want you to take it seriously. And I want you to know that the clock is ticking, that you don't have forever. I got a heart condition. I could go at any minute. So could you. So I want you to take it seriously, to take your dreams seriously, to take your goals seriously, to take yourself seriously. You are an important person. You do matter. You do have a lot of value. Don't second guess yourself. Put the words on the page. Get the book written. I will see you guys next time.